Ignore the ignorance is your strength. This is a phrase which I learned in my college days by Professor B.R. Ramarao. I took nearly 35 to 40 years to understand what he said about, and it is very simple thing but very difficult to understand, and it's very difficult to bring it in practice in your life. And if you want the meaning of it, I can explain you in Hindi. किसी की अज्ञानता को देखकर अनदेखा करना ही आपकी सबसे बड़ी ताकत है. That's all. Thank you. I am Anil Tandon, born in Varanasi in 1949, 14th June. I lived there for till the age of 13 years and then migrated to Bangalore. And in Bangalore I lived for 10 years. My schooling and college was done in Bangalore. From there, business expansion, we migrated from Bangalore to Delhi. Our office is still in Bangalore. And our ancestral business was sari business, which was started by my grandfather way back 1914, and that is still continued by my cousin's grandson and his son. That is what in short I can give you. And since I lived in Delhi from 1973 till 2000, and in 2000 I migrated from Delhi to Gurgaon, and since then we are living happily here, myself and my wife. I will start sharing my childhood memories, which is something very interesting. I studied in Rajghat Annie Besant School, Varanasi, and I had a very good friend of mine who is still today a very good friend. We studied together from nursery till class 7th. I'll just narrate one instance. This proves what is a real friendship. Once we were playing outside in the recess. He pushed me and I fell down on the ground and I hurt my knees. He took me to the nursing place. I did dressing and all that. When we reached to the class, it was late because the class had started. So teacher asked me, where were you? I said, I just hurt my knees. I didn't tell anything about my friend Mr. Ashok Kapoor, that he pushed me. And teacher said, what was Ashok doing with you? I said, he was just giving me company. Anyway, Ashok was scared that I would complain about him, that he has pushed me and he will get punishment. And literally he had tears in his eyes when I was in pain at the dispensary. So that day till today, we have not changed ourselves. We are still the same old good friends. I'll tell you another very interesting instance. When I was just 13-year-old or maybe a little less than that, my mother was suffering from cancer disease, and she was, you can say, more or less on a deathbed. My father was preparing some vegetable soup for her, and by mistake, my leg touched the vessel and the soup fell down. And first and the last time my father hit me, and I still remember what my father loved me. I cannot explain you in the words. He hit me only once, and that hitting was such a hard that I have not forgotten till today. As I loved my father and vice versa, I have loved my children and grandchildren also, and it's very surprisingly, I get the equal amount of love from all my grandchildren and both my sons and daughter-in-laws. They are very lovely to us. I stayed in Bangalore for 10 years, 1963 to 1973. I lost my mother in Banaras. The only sad part of my life was I was without the love of my mother during that period. I got married in 1972, and before that I had already joined my business. I was looking after the business along with my brother, and it was in peak. One fine morning, my father decided that we should go to Delhi whatever is our outstanding in Delhi should be invested in our own business and we'll get more profit. So we migrated and came to Delhi. To start a new setup, everybody takes a lot of time. When the end of the first year, we realized that we could not earn anything except meeting out both the ends. Ultimately, one day my father said, let's go back to Bangalore and start the business there again. I said, well, I'm prepared to beg in Delhi, but I'm not prepared to go back to Bangalore. After that, I never looked back. I always marched ahead, and I brought my business to a very high level that everybody inveighed in the market that how come he has done so good business in such short span of time. And it was only because of my traveling at least 15 days in a month, and 15 days my father used to travel in a month. Because of those traveling, we brought our business on a very high level. Finally, in 2004 or 3, in 2004, I had a mild heart attack and a stent was put. Then my children said, Dad, you should wind up your business. So I said, what will I do? So they said, don't worry, don't do anything, be at home and we'll take care of you. I said, thank you very much. Then I winded up business in about 2 months' time, and then immediately one of my cousins invited me that I have got an open heart for you. You please come and join me in my business. I'll pay you salary. You have to look after my retail shop. I accepted as a good gesture and to pass time, and for about 2-3 years I worked very hard there, and finally everywhere I had a very sad experience. Everybody exploited me except one. Well, I don't want to mention anybody's name in that. And after that, the last, I wouldn't call it a job, I was just invited that we'll manufacture the kurtis for you and you market it for us. And I agreed to it, but it was nothing but it was an exploitment of my good gesture. So I worked there for 1 year and I realized I have been made fool. And finally, I left that also and came into textile consultancy job. Until today, I am doing only textile consultancy and I am very happy with that. What I loved my father, I have been receiving the same love from my children and grandchildren. I am grateful to them, and I am grateful to my lovely wife who has supported me throughout my life, all along my trouble and all along in my happiness. Thank you very much. I have got 4 grandchildren. They all are very lovely and very sweet and very close to my heart. The eldest one is Alexander Tandon, then Rohan Tandon, then Ayush Tandon. Last but not the least, Anush Tandon. बीती बात बिसारी दे, आगे की सुध ले। हर इंसान को अपने पास को छोड़ के आगे बढ़ना चाहिए। कभी पीछे मुड़ के नहीं देखना चाहिए कि हमने क्या दुख झेला है। उसको सोच के अपने आगे की ज़िंदगी खराब करने से कोई लाभ नहीं है। ईमानदार रहिए, स्वस्थ रहिए, हंसते रहिए और सबको हंसाते रहिए। ज़िंदगी का यही सबसे अच्छा फंडा है। Thank you very much for this lovely episode.